2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Morley or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Action.
Ladies and gentlemen, Guenther Steiner.
Guenther Steiner.
Mr. Guenther Steiner.
I'm wheeling and dealing in the moment, Gene, to stay alive.
So how many assistants have you got, Fred? I have nobody because I have no money, and you've got 3 people running around you. Yeah.
You're so stupid.
You didn't ask me, how do you feel getting sacked?
How did you feel about
I couldn't give a
Guenther Steiner, welcome to our beautiful country. Guenther, welcome.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me.
Oh, Guenther, this is so exciting because this weekend the nation stops to watch the F1. You're obviously, I mean, this sport has been your world, and you still get excited when you hear the rev of the engine and you see the lights change.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, it's getting better and better year in year, so it's always exciting to be around. And then starting the season again in Melbourne, it's going back to the good old days.
Guenther, in an industry that is so serious, the Formula One, you have been a breath of fresh air, and Drive to Survive has had such success for the Formula One, especially bringing in the female audience. When the cameras are around and when they first started the show, did you change your personality for the cameras, or that's the way that you've always been?
No, I didn't change. That's what I was always like this. And people actually, which know me a long time, say, you haven't changed whatever happens, And I'm getting quite old now. I'm 60 next month, you see. So, no, it's always the same. And the cameras, first of all, when they started, I had no idea what they were doing, obviously. So I just stayed me, and that was it. Pretty simple.
Guenther, let's talk this weekend because we're so excited about Oscar Piastri. This is driving for McLaren as well. This is huge. Hometown, this is our moment. How do you think his chances look?
Very good. They look very good, as you said. The McLaren looks very good after the testing in Bahrain about 2 weeks ago. So the McLaren seemed to be the strongest car, and we saw what Oscar can do. In the last 2 years, he won races. He beat sometimes Lando. He won championships in F2 and F3, so he knows how to race. He has got talent, but he has got also a very strong teammate in Lando Norris. So, I put it a 50-50 who is going to win here between the two of them.
Yeah. Guenther, can I ask, I just love... You on Drive to Survive, in Australia, there's a term that we use which is taking the piss. Now, you were part of the Haas team, right? And what I love about that is that you had to run that team very efficiently. You didn't have all the resources that the other teams didn't. So you would go around and you would take the piss out of the other teams who had all these helpers helping them the whole time. It must have been hard, Guenther, to see the amount of money the other teams had, and you had to do it off the smell of an oily rag.
Yeah, it was different, but in the end, whatever I do or whatever people do, you just try to do the best you can do, and sometimes it's actually pretty good fun to do like this. And if you are better or you beat them in whatever thing and you know that you had less resources, it's even more enjoyable, I think. So, you just try to do the best all day long, and sometimes you even beat the people which have got more resources.
Guenther, F1 is obviously a joy for a very few select group of people, but I've always said that driving is one of the greatest things that has ever happened to me. I love driving. I've got a son who is about to start to learn to drive. I'm like, your life is about to be forever changed. But in our family folklore, my grandmother learnt how to drive, and on the first day, she drove the car straight into a dam, a giant pond, and then she never drove again. If she was still alive, what advice would you have for her?
just to try it again. I mean, she shouldn't give up, or your grandmother. I mean, there's for sure a lot of other things in her life which didn't go right in the first place. It's just one of these things. You would need to tell her just to keep on trying, and maybe you would need to be the teacher.
Yeah, that's why he's the best. Guenther, that's why you are the best.
Guenther, are you missing... We absolutely adored Dan Ricciardo on this show. We thought he was such a character. He brought such a presence to the Formula One. Are you going to miss him not being around anymore?
I think we're all going to miss him, but as you all know, Formula One is a very fast-moving sport, business, whatever we want to call it, and somebody else will pop up like everything else in life. But for sure, Danny, as you said, he is a very good character. But we never have to forget people sometimes put too much emphasis on his personality. He was a good race car driver. He won F1 races, and to win F1 races, you need to be good. You need to be talented. So I think that's what we will be missing that one as well. But, somebody will replace him, like we are all replaceable in this world.
Exactly. The Formula One Louis Vuitton Australian Grand Prix 2025 live and free on Network 10 and 10 Play. We know how busy you are this weekend, Guenther. We really appreciate your time. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Guenther.
Bye.
Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.
2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, Reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Morley or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.